Hey there, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. Today we're looking at a dryer that isn't drying.
He's got the spirit of a handyman, a handyman.
So here's the scoop. My wife said the dryer was not drying things the way that it should, which means that I need to figure out what to do here. I do not know much about dryers. I do not have any kind of certification, therefore this video is not going to tell you how to fix a dryer, but rather show you how I went about trying to fix this dryer, and hopefully through you watching that, it's going to empower the spirit of a handyman living inside of you, and you'll feel like you can take on a project like this. So, let's check out some things with this dryer. I think step one is we're going to check the lint trap. Because I have a good and faithful wife, she does a good job at cleaning out the lint trap. So this is really not the problem. But this is kind of loose on here, and I can't help but wonder if some of the lint that builds up on the end of the trap gets shoved down, and so it ends up being pushed to like right below where this is. So that's my next step, is I'm gonna open up the back of this, I guess, and see if there's like a big ball of lint clogging up something. For those of you following along at home, make sure you unplug the dryer so that you don't die. The back of the dryer is held on by these little hex nuts. So in order to save time, I got a, what is this, 1/4 inch driver, instead of trying to use a screwdriver or something by hand. And hopefully this will save a lot of time. Alright, we got the back off. Here's what the guts look like. And again, I'm thinking that this is the culprit. Down here, maybe there's a bunch of lint. Well, that's the damage. Not enough to make it not heat, so it's got to be something else. Alright, as best as I can figure, we've got the main power in. This is a thermostat. This is a thermostat. This power goes to the heating coils underneath. So that heats up, that hot air goes up here, goes into here, and then the fan ends up like getting hooked with a tube, so it draws the air from inside the dryer. So the possible problems would be that the fan is no longer working, the coil isn't working, or some kind of guts. So, poking around, but I don't really have a way to test any of that. I can test to see if it's getting power, but that doesn't tell me anything. Alright, the other problem would be there's maybe too much lint in the coil, so I pulled the coil out just to check and see how this guy was looking. So when I open this up to see outside, you don't see much light. My guess is that actually, see all that lint back there? I think that is actually the source of the problem, that the dryer is not ventilating properly. So I'm hopeful that everything is actually working fine, it just isn't able to get air moving, and that's why it's not drying. So we're gonna test that out. Oh yeah, I think this is our culprit right here. Just not allowing enough air to pass through the dryer. We'll run a test load and see what happens. Well, a couple of loads later, it looks like the dryer is working just fine. Moral of the story is start with the easy stuff, like lint traps, before disassembling your entire dryer. But hopefully this encouraged your spirit of a handyman. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates from Spirit of a Handyman.